Hello beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Anu, a very warm welcome, and to my returning subscribers, thank you for lending your beautiful energy to this channel. So today I have an interesting read. I was called to kind of, as the seasons are changing, I was called to look into the energies of what's coming new, and it kind of led into what chapters may we be closing and what new doors may be opening us for us, hence the theme. So pick a door. Let's see, here are your options. This is doorway number 1. This is doorway number 2. This is doorway number 3. And last but not least, we have a doorway number 4, or archway, whatever you want to think of them. This is timeless, so the universe will bring this to you whenever you're meant to see it. So go ahead and take a pick, and we have a very beautiful, interesting read, I promise you. So I will see you right there. Hi, group 1. For those of you who chose door number 1 or doorway number 1, I'll let you take a look at this. They do have messages, oracle messages behind them. We'll close the reading with the messages behind it, but this is the door you chose. So let's see what we have. What I'm doing here is, again, because it's such a broad topic of what's ending and what's beginning, I wanted to anchor these on an area of life, and that's where I drew the astrology house. So let's see, and feel free, if this doesn't apply, pick another pile, or feel free to disregard just the astrological house. It just helps tie the messages together. So let's see what we have for you. We have the 6th house. Okay, so 6th house in astrology is about your work and health routines. Okay, this is day in, day out. How do you handle your day-to-day routines? How do you take care of your health? What is your job, your work, finances? Think of it as work-life balance. How do you make that happen? That's what the 6th house is all about. And a lot of times it does refer to a health scenario and how we're able to take care of our health in a day-to-day sense. This is daily routines, okay? So if that's something that does not appeal to you, feel free to pick another pile, or feel free to just disregard this thing. But I really like this. The messages come through very strongly when we anchor them on a certain aspect of our life. Okay, so this section here is what you may have been working on up until now. It could be a progression, could be an ending. This is what is coming up, or what chapter is starting for you. And for that, what is advice from Spirit? And throughout it, I'll get some Lenormand clarifiers and close out with a soul message affirmation. So let's see, what have you been working on? And again, I'm going to anchor it on the 6th house for daily work, life, job, routine. So we see here King of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. So it's very clear it's been a very stressful time. It's been quite exhausting with the 4 of Swords showing up here. That means, like, you know, you've felt the need to really take a break. You've been working really hard, and if you look at it, these are quite opposing energies, even though very, very high court cards, right? So you've definitely been working on up leveling yourself in your passion, in your career, in your strategy. The King of Swords really talks about wisdom and pure planning and strategy, thinking about where you want to go next. Maybe it's a job change, maybe it's a lifestyle change. And the Queen of Wands really digs deeper into what is it that drives her, what's the passion side. So at the same time, because we have the 4 of Swords here, it may have felt a little bit like opposing energies. Do you know what I mean? So it could have been, you know, this may have been a lot of planning. Is your purpose and your passion the same? That's what this inner debate is, and that's what leads to a little bit of exhaustion. So no matter what we're seeing, this period, this planning period, is coming to an end. So let me just get a Lenormand and see. Yeah, look at that. You have the key, right? So you've been working on opening this doorway, whatever this is, and we'll look at that. But this is where you put in the intellectual work, the work from the heart, the passion. But at the same time, you do need to take a little bit of rest and rejuvenation as you wrap things up and close out this chapter. So let's see what's opening up. This is exciting. I think there's some major planning that's happened here in your daily work and routine stuff. All right, okay, don't freak out. This is actually very good, because this is where you're putting your plan into action. This is the new beginning. We have the 7 of Swords, we have the 2 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Swords. all sword cards, all intellectual energy. This is your cerebral intellectual drive. Seven of Swords. I bet you some of you are interviewing. I am willing to place a bet on this one. You're definitely, some of you are interviewing. The Seven of Swords is my interview card. Two of Swords is indecision, right? So you may come into multiple opportunities where you'll have to decide which path to take. And here Spirit really says with the Six of Swords, no matter which path you pick, it is going to take you to a bigger, brighter future, because it's going to take you to calm waters, and the ravens are pulling your ship. You have so much spirit support, and the universe is really supporting you to move forward to calmer shores. All this exhaustion is coming to an end. You hold the key to unlocking this new potential. And I think the Seven of Swords is also strategy. So think of it as strategizing. If I'm taking a new job, if I'm making a lifestyle change, what will it require me to do? And then when you have the options, like, don't sit in indecision. That's very, very important for you. So I'm really strongly feeling this is a new career endeavor for a lot of you, for the majority of you actually. For a few percentage of you, this is really around, because it's the health routine. I'm feeling, maybe trying to figure out how can I squeeze in a little bit more fitness into my routine, or maybe a very big, I feel, diet change, which is going to make you feel initially, how am I going to do this? This is a very different lifestyle than what I'm used to. How am I going to blend it with my partner or my family, with, people around me? Is it going to be turbulent? So there's something for a small percentage of you, that's what there. But for a lot of you, this is really this entire strategy of passion and intellect. This is the heart and the brain coming together and moving forward. So let's get a Lenormand on this. And let's see, yeah, putting the old to an end. You see, you have the grave. So ending old patterns. Again, is this an old job? Is this an old routine? Is this an old, let's say, not so healthy habit that we're putting away? I could definitely use less sugar in my life, but I don't do it, right? So those type of things. So ending old patterns and really being open to these new things. It is normal when you step into something new to feel that you have to watch your back, because you're learning. You are learning, you're gathering intellectual, you're gathering data and trying to process it and think, okay, how do I use it? All right. So that's definitely opening up. Now for this, because it's a lot of swords, you may be a little torn and you're ending old patterns actively. Let's see what Spirit advice is for you here. Wow. We have the Six of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Again, sixth house is playing pretty big for some of you. This is job recognition, this is teamwork, and this is a new opportunity. So again, advice from Spirit is actually get ready to embrace recognition. Some of you with the Four of Swords may have been in a position or a role where even though you were leading, because we have the King and the Queen here, even though you were in a leadership position, whatever that is, like a team lead, a project manager, fill in the blank, right? You may have still been in the background. So it's like backstage, right? Like a director backstage who directs the play. Now, this is so funny, maybe some of you are an artist or a director. Now it's time to take the stage. Now it's time to come forward. Do not feel shy. Do not feel that you're trying to be, like you're trying to show off by taking center stage. No, you're not. It is time for you to shine, and Spirit is saying, own it. Hashtag own it. That's what Spirit is saying very strongly. It's like such a strong energy that I'm getting through. This is a time of teamwork. And again, Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity. You'll probably come into new teammates, new people. Maybe you're growing your family. If this is like daily routines, there is something you are co-building, co-creating with other people. This is really building on your craft. And so it could be like a leadership position, but you also enjoy like getting your hands into the weeds, you know what I mean? So that could be some sort of that sort of scenario, but definitely get ready to receive. This is, you see how we're receiving. Get ready to receive this golden opportunity. And again, you may currently, what the energies are opening up, there may be more options. Again, there is no wrong option. You have to make a choice. That's what it is. So let's get a Lenormand on this. I really love this. Okay. Oh, look at that. You have the ring, and the ring really talks about a long-term commitment, right? So it's like engagement, if you want to think about it in general terms. This is really coming into union with soulmates, and soulmates come in different form. Like colleagues are also soulmates, but coming into a group of people or an institution or a lifestyle or a pattern, if this is like related to your personal life, you're coming into a pattern that you're gonna have for a long time. You're gonna sustain it for a long time, and it is going to sustain you because it is this Ace of Pentacles, right? The roots are gonna grow, and this is really gonna grow stronger. So, wow, I'm like out of breath. I'm so excited right now. So, this is a major new beginning in the sixth house. If you want to take out the sixth house, that's fine. But these are the energies having been conflicted a little bit between mind over heart, feeling exhausted, now coming into being a little guarded and trying to make a decision. But regardless of what we do, you are moving to calmer waters, ending old patterns. Remember, you hold the key to this threshold. You hold the key to this door. Get ready. Spirit is really recommending this is a time to accept and be open to accolades and, take pride in your work that you do with other people, as this is the seed that you're planting that's going to grow over a long time and be consistent for you. So let's see what the door says. What's the message in this? And then we'll get you a couple soul affirmations. So this was the card again. See, it's a little sunset there, and the message, oh, it is sunset. That's what the card is called. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. I'll hold it here. I hope it's not too much glare in case you want to read it. Time here turns to release and unfurled. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. So this is also like for some of you, if this is like a health habit or a personal lifestyle habit that you're trying to change, cutting old cords. So you can look up on YouTube any cord cutting meditations. They're like quick 10-minute cord cutting meditations. They're very helpful, very simple. It's just like an energetic decision that could help you as well. Also could be for any emotional ties to people from the past. For example, if you're going through career change, because this message came out so strong, and I saw you here as being somebody who leads from like behind the stage or behind the curtain, this could be like cut that cord as well of like expecting to always be treated that way. So maybe those people may have treated you in a certain way. So cut that cord and get ready for limelight. I really like this. So let's get you a couple soul affirmations. If you haven't already, and if you made it this far, do subscribe to the channel, please. There you go. Look at this. You have number one, which is courage. I mean, the first card is what I mean. The first card is courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Confidence is key with Six of Wands. And then you have a friendship, which is, oh, look at so much purple here. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Look at that. So again, soulmates coming in. I picked up on that one over here. So you may have some long-term friends that you're coming into circle with. That's going to be very, very fruitful for you, and they're going to support you through and through. So that could be also another new beginning for a lot of you. So I hope this helped. Smash that subscribe button, like, share, comment. Every click helps the channel. I really appreciate it. I wish you much love and light, and I'll see you next time around. Bye for now. Hello group 2, this is for those of you who chose the second doorway. I'll show it to you one more time up close. These are oracle cards, so they do have messages at the back, which we'll read towards the end. And what I'm doing is really trying to anchor the reading around an astrological house. That really helps tie the message to a specific area. Feel free to disregard this if it doesn't resonate and just take the energies of the card. We're going to look at what is it that you've been working on that you're trying to close? What chapter are you trying to close in order to move into the new? And then for that, what is the advice for spirit? So let's look at that with this group number 2. The astrological house for you is the 12th house. Okay. This is an intense house, I will tell you right here, right now. So this is like the the house of undoing. Literally, it is, you know, it's about, it's a very emotional house. You know, again, the first house is ourself and how we represent outward expression. This is the opposite. This is the internal expression. What do we resonate with? This is like a kind of an extreme version of resurrection, if you want to call that. This is institutions. It can be karma. It can be healing. And basically it's the subconscious. Okay, that's the house that it is, the subconscious. When this shows up, it's also a very good time if you were looking for coaching, therapy, or any mental health services or kind of partnership with people on that area. With the subconscious, it works. It can also be very spiritual. So some of you may be going within, like in a hermit mode. This is very conducive time when this shows up. So if that does not resonate, you can disregard that and we'll just take the energy off the card. So this section right here is what you may have been doing up until now and what you may need to close in order to come into the new beginning. So this is very interesting because when I was doing it, I wanted to look at, as the seasons change, what is the new energy, but then it was like, okay, you got to end something to start something new, right? So that's why I kind of put it this layout for the spread. Okay, so what has been happening or what you've been working on so far? We have the Six of, let me see, let's get a little bit glare out of the cards. Okay, all right, don't hate me for this. Okay, we have Six of Wands, we have Four of Cups, and then we have the Page of Wands. This is very interesting because if you look at these two energies, they're so contrasting. Again, I'm going to naturally tie the messages to 12th house because that's how I would channel. But overall, look at this. Six of Wands is about recognition. It's about victory. It's about, you know, receiving honor and pride. It usually comes after when we've been in a little bit of a battle because victory comes after battle, right? But there's a lot of recognition. There's like very public recognition and accolades, and like the maiden, you know, is offering what, or she's receiving from the person on the horse. There's people around, so there's a lot of recognition. So you could have been in a position where you were popular, and I don't want to say popular, that's a negative connotation, don't take it that way, but really like enjoying the recognition, enjoying the limelight. Now when we're saying 12th house, this coming up with the Four of Cups tells me that there is probably outwardly success or externally in like a, let's say, a conditional societal definition, there is success and recognition, but internally, like there is an empty space within. That's what the Four of Cups is. It's like, you know, I have all these options, but I'm not fulfilled. That's the energy. So it's a pretty torn energy where things may have been really good on the surface, you know, financially or relationship wise, work, life, health, family, whatever you see. There's been, things have been pretty good on the surface, but inner space is not quite fulfilled. That's what I'm seeing it. And from that, what's coming is what you may be looking into is like, okay, what does really drive me? What is my true passion and purpose? And then walking towards that. With the Page of Wands is new beginning. It's getting ready to get onto our path of passion. And this deck, you'll see like there is somebody standing behind. So this person could be, for some of you, like walking away from a job or walking away from a situation, relation, whatever that may be. But this is what the energy I'm picking up is like, that's the chapter you need to close, or you may be working on closing. And you know, it's again, this is timeless. I'm just the messenger. You will implement things when you're ready, and if if these resonate with you and you have free will, absolutely, you make your life, right? So I can just tell you the messages I'm getting. So you're ready for this. You're ready to end this chapter. Let's see what's coming up. Yeah, the new things that are opening up for you. You have the Tower, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, first of all, we'll talk about this because I know a lot of people freak out. I love the Tower card. I love all the cards in tarot that, you know, people usually freak out about, but you know, maybe because I'm a reader. I don't know. I just love them all. I love them all because the messages come so clear. But look at this. You may have been in a Six of Wands type of situation, but what you're coming into and what's opening up for you is to step up and be the King of Pentacles, okay? Build a solid foundation. It's so good. I mean, it's so beautiful that the King of Pentacles is showing in the foundation of this new beginning. You have the Tower and the Nine of Swords. The Tower is, again, this is you with the 12th house, shattering your own belief system. Really kind of jolting yourself. And this is no external influence. This is you thinking through. You're already doing this work here with all these 3 cards. Clearly, you know that this is probably too superficial. And again, no judgment here, guys, okay? Like, please, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say, like, there is an internal conflict based on what you are going to change some things in your life. You're going to bring about some big changes. And yes, you may be stressed out about, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? But as long as you build this solid foundation on your terms, you build a solid foundation that resonates with you, that keeps you authentic in your power, all this is going to fade away, okay? The Nine of Swords is, again, this person is very well protective. You have a lot of protection from spirit. You're in a comfy bed, okay? But you're just like trying to slay these imaginary dragons, staying up late at night, but there is nothing there. Swords are our mental energy, so there isn't really any external force or factor in this. But as long as you do the work, look at what you're coming into. You are coming into abundance in all shapes and forms, okay? This is not just mula mula dollar dollar bills, yo, okay? Can't believe I said that on camera. But this is, again, not just money. There will be money. There will be abundance. But it's the solid foundation. This king is so grounded. Like, whatever he touches turns to gold because he is creating from a place of authenticity. And that's why he's just sitting down and just petting his bull over here or whatever. Yeah, he has his hand over here because he is done all the work, put in the hard work in building that foundation, and he's going to sit back and now receive, okay? A very, very prosperous time. Okay, so this list definitely requires a major mental shift within you. So what is Spirit's advice? How can we make use of these energies? Yeah, look at that. You have the Hangman, you have the Six of Swords, and then you have the Queen of Wands. Absolutely. So I just got this message again. I had a channel when I read. Some of you may also be coming into a counterpart. So Spirit is saying be open to that. And the more you stay in your authentic self, the more equally you will attract the right person into your life. So that's for a small percentage of you. But the advice here is like, yes, put in the time. Hangman is perfect 12th house energy. It's like, take a different perspective, you know, sit back and look at the big picture. Are you happy? Are you content? Are you satisfied with everything that you have in life? Or do you think there's something missing? Then what do you need to do? Find that inner calling. That's what you have to do. You have the answers. You 100% have the answers. And as long as you do that, all of this stuff, you will be moving on to, you know, calmer waters. You're actually touching shore. You're literally just leaving all the emotional times behind. You're leaving the water behind. You're actually touching land. And again, in this we see kind of a family here. Usually this card has just one person on the boat. But in this deck, there's a whole family. There's a woman, a child, and a man. So again, this could be moving with soulmates into a progressive time. For those of you, when I was picking up early on, where there were mental, strain, and I don't want to say depression, but like this mental anxiety around a relationship, this really shows that it's going to come to a much smoother, calmer time, as long as you put in the work in and refixing the foundation for that. But for those of you who are single, there's definitely somebody coming in. And the advice here with the Queen of Wands is, again, look at this progression. Like, yeah, you had that idea, you started walking towards it. As long as you stay authentic, you're going to come out being like the Queen of Wands, where you will grow this passion into something very, very virtuous. If that is a word, it's going to be very fruitful for you, and you are going to be very attractive, even yourself, because the Queen of Wands has this aura where she attracts abundance. It's not gender specific, but it's like having the divine masculine and the feminine within you is going to happen. take a different perspective, listen to your intuition. You are going to come out of these choppy waters and really sit in your power. You're definitely going to sit in your power, follow your passion, your purpose, and follow it with a solid foundation. Super, super beautiful. Okay, I forgot to do this for you guys. I did it for pile one to just get Lenormands on top of these. So let me do that now. So what are you closing? So usually the ring is a commitment. Okay, so this is, again, when we're looking at these energies over here, I feel this is things you may have committed to that look too good on the surface. That's what is kind of ending over here. Let's look at the new beginnings. Ooh, look at, oh my God. You have the Tower in Tarot, and you have the Tower in Lenormand. The Tower in Lenormand is very different, okay? They're not the same. The Clock Tower talks about protection. So remember I said you have a lot of protection here. It is, you're at a very high level, so removed and up-leveled from troubled times, turbulence, and it's also protection, and it is also elevation. So this is... what is the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, totally blanking out. This is progression. If this is a career, you're definitely going to grow. And we do have the King of Pentacles here. So this is a very good card to get. I love this. That's the new beginning. You're leveling up. That's what's happening, baby. You are leveling up. So let's get one card for advice. And then yeah, have faith. You have the cross. And look at this. Look at the image. Look at the image. It's so beautiful. I love the synchronicities with this group. This is coming out really, really beautiful. So keep your faith. You are strong enough. You're really strong. You got to just believe it. Follow up and work on your foundation and just be true to yourself. This is going to be fabulous. So I'm going to get you, before you go, some affirmations, but let's read what's the message on this doorway, what the Oracle has to say. Ooh, look at that. Birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. I'll hold it here if you want to pause and read. Again, the message is birth, and we have the 12th house. This is so much synchronicity around you guys. Okay, so we'll put this here, and let's get you 2 soul affirmations before you go. This is looking really, really good. Anyway, if you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment, like, subscribe, share. Every click helps the channel. I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, so we have grief and acceptance, and grief says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Look at that. That is like going with the 9 of Swords over here. A little bit with this energy as well. Like, okay, you have to walk away from something in order to not only appreciate it, but also attract what resonates with you. And then you have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay, so circumstances, things around us that you can change. Don't focus on those. Focus on what you do control. So if you control the Tower moments, that is the best place to be. But things that you cannot control, just let them go. Just let them out of your energy field. Just don't stop. Don't stop. Stop giving them your energy, your mental energy. That's what this is saying. So those are your messages, group 2. I hope you like. Hashtag own it, claim it in the comment sections if you like these energies. And do remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. I wish you much love and light. I'll see you next time around. Bye for now. Hi, group 3. This is for those of you who chose this number 3 archway or doorway. This is your reading. Again, there are oracle messages that we'll read towards the end behind this card, so they'll have some special message on it. And what I'm doing is I'm using the astrological houses to anchor the messages. So we're looking at chapters, we're closing what new beginnings are coming our way and what spirit advice, but then the houses help us anchor to a certain aspect or area of our life. Feel free to ignore this if it doesn't resonate and just take the messages from the cards, but I really like doing this because it kind of gives us a structure. So let's see, you have the 3rd house. Ooh, and the color matches. So you have the 3rd house where we may have some new beginnings. The 3rd house is a very social house. It's a very fun house. It's about communications. It's about, thoughts. It's friends. It's immediate family. It's siblings. And it's also like a lot of logical reasoning. This can also relate to some new skills that are more elementary, so some more basic skills that we accumulate that help us for a long time, right? So this is not like a house of like doing a PhD. This could be more like, okay, I'm going to take a tech course. I'm going to take a course in, editing. I'm going to take a course in anything like, creative. That's what this is. But it's not as big as going to like a university, 4-year university program. That's what I'm saying. So it's communications, it's learning, it's siblings, it's friends. So it's a very fun house. It's let's say lightweight. Okay, so this is a good one to look at. So let's see. This section is what you have been working on and what you may be ready to close out and come out of in order to get into the new energy. So let's see what we have. And if I don't want to forget using Lenormand for each section, I'll do that as well. So we have the Hanged Man, we have the Temperance, and the Knight of Wands. Very nice. So this tells me what you've been working on. You've really kind of taken a lot of time to yourself. Both these energies, the Hangman and the Temperance, are really about slowing down, going within, really looking for our own enlightenment. Also being in a very, very patient. And again, it could have been a factor of the environment we're in. Again, this is a timeless reading, so I'm recording this in a time where we're just still around the pandemic. But even if you see it a few years in the future, this is really saying that whether internally self-driven or driven by the macroeconomic or external environment, you have been in a situation where things have been very slow, you've been very patient, you've been trying to take a very different perspective on life, and you may or may not want to anchor it on like friends, like, what do my friends, do they really resonate with me, or what do I need to be doing differently, why do I feel a little off kilter and unsatisfied, or why are things not moving in the right direction? And then you've been very, very patient because it takes time to heal these things. This is also a healing card. So some of you have been working on that. Now with that's coming to a close, and look at this. You're ready to charge ahead with the Knight of Wands. There is this fire. Just look at how the color scheme changes. It's like very neutral to like all of a sudden this fire coming up. So you're already working on, or maybe working on closing this chapter of slow energies, even if it's slow connections, if you take it to the 3rd house. And you may be fired up about something. This, again, if you want to apply the 3rd house, it could be friends, it could be connections, it could be a technical skill, or any skill, any school course that you may be really creatively fired up about. So that's what's happening here in the current or past energies that we're closing out and getting ready for the new. So let me just get a Lenormand card on this and see how Lenormand clarify this. And this is, look, we have the Tower. The Tower in Lenormand is different. It's not the same as Tarot. It really talks about protection, but also isolation. So it's very, very similar to the Hangman and Temperance energy, where I said you may have been closed off, or you may have been internal with yourself and kept to yourself. Again, it could be because of the pandemic, but also like self-driven. So this really clarifies that you've pretty much been, and for the lack of a better word, I hate to use that word, but almost in isolation, but very protected. The Tower represents protection, elevation, and isolation. And I like how I just got the word elevation right next to the Hangman. So definitely you've been working on internally how to elevate yourself, but you've been definitely a little bit in your own protective tower, so to speak. So let's see what's opening up for you. What are the energy? Look at that. Bam. Ace of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Empress. Oh, wow. Okay, major. 3 major arcanas already in your reading. So this is looking very good. There is a new idea. And I think this Knight of Wands energy is that the creative spark is now becoming intellectual. This goes directly with the 3rd house in terms of learning a new skill. This could be a new job. This could be a new opportunity, a new creative idea, a business idea. That's going to lead to a lot of transformation and growth. Look at the amount of butterflies around this sword. So really stepping into this is your aha moment. This is your big idea that after all this reflection that you're coming into, that's going to turn you into not only a King of Pentacles. Look at this mighty king, which is, all about abundance. It's about very solid foundation. It's a go-getter energy, but This king is very strategic, but also very generous. And you have the Empress as well. And both of these are very generous energy. So once you follow this new idea, it's going to not only bring you monetary abundance, but also fulfillment overall. You're definitely birthing a new idea, a new phase. This could also be some of you actually physically, uh, giving birth or expecting or adopting children if you're interested, or could also be like your furry kids, furry pets, animals. That could be something around that as well. But there is an idea. This new beginning is more intellectually driven. There is drive, there is courage, there is generosity, and as long as you stay anchored in this energy, this is really going to blow. So let me see. Let's clarify with Lenormand. Very nice. Again, for some of you, there are new friends coming in. For some of you, there's a new connection coming in. Your family, family is growing for some of you. But overall, these two cards are abundance. They're a massive abundance. And this is very strongly giving me transformation vibes. So let's see what Lenormand says. Yeah, look at that. Oops, this is time to scale all the mountains, all the time to get away from obstacles. That if you had felt here with these energies that you were constantly hitting a wall, that time is over. You are breaking through with this sword over here, definitely breaking through those obstacles and moving forward. So let's see what is Spirit's advice for you to really take advantage of this new beginning. You have the Six of Swords. So moving forward, you've earned the rite of passage. You have the Sun. Oh my God, your fourth major arcana. And then you have the Devil, your fifth major arcana. Very cool. So just for you, I got 2 clarifiers. I usually don't need clarifiers for any difficult cards. I love all cards in tarot. They all tell very powerful stories. So what is Spirit's advice? Spirit's advice is like saying, yes, it is time to leave the gray times behind and actually walk towards the sunlight. Ooh, walk towards the sunlight. You already have that. So this is like, you have earned the rite of passage. You have put in the work. You have, like, with all this work that you're going to be doing with this thing, make sure when this opportunity comes, you leave the old behind and step into the future. Step through that door. Step through that archway and take that opportunity, because this will bring you into very calm time, very stable and prosperous and abundant time, especially with the sun showing up. It's like, don't lose that fire. Be you. This is like, oh my God, it's such a happy card. It's the happiest card in the deck. And it talks about, again, children are showing up again for me, for some of you. There's prosperity, abundance, warmth, absolute warmth that you're going to exude. Family is going to be very nice and cozy. There's happy times. Be in that energy, that vibrant energy. And, again, operate from your heart chakra, connect with people. It's a lot of transformation, beautiful energies here. And with the Devil here, I'll tell you right off the bat, if you look at this deck, it's almost like the Garden of Eden that they've shown here. This to me gives the vibes of very strong vibes of be unapologetically you. Okay, take the reins. No one has any power over you but you. Stand in your power. Be the king, be the empress, be the sun. You need to stop thinking about what your connections or friends or family may tell you what to do. No, this is your life. You are the sun of your solar system. Be unapologetically you. Don't let any mental, physical, emotional chains hold you back. But for that, I know, because sometimes viewers get nervous about the Devil card. By the way, I'm a Capricorn, so this is my card, so I'm never nervous about it. So here are the clarifiers. We have the Three of Swords, and then we have the Emperor. There you go. Number 6 major arcana in your reading. So this really is talking about, look, some of the past heartache or disappointments, let's call it disappointments, may have created this, let's say, energetic cords around you or energetic chains around you. It's time to break free from those. So that's what the Devil is saying, is like break free from those emotional chains that you may have and step up and lead. Oh my God, I just saw this. You have the Emperor and the Empress. Bam. divine masculine, divine feminine, completely within you. So spirit is really supporting you in this case and saying, really step into your power, take charge. You know, this is like time to come out of hiding, connect with people, go with your ideas, create the abundance, be the sun, shine. This is time to come out and shine. And if this third house, come out and shine with your friends, family, connections, in any career also, because the swords is intellectual and there's some skills if you're picking up. This is time to rise and shine, my friends. So let's get a clarifier on this. Yeah, you have the tree, and three is in Lenormand is about wisdom, it's about health, it's abundance, all of that. But this is like a lot of wisdom that we gather over time that turns into this big oak tree that is full of wisdom. And like wisdom keeps coming, I'm like running out of words here, but really you have this foundation, you have this built, this base, you have built the roots, and that's going to bear you a lot of fruit. So let's see, we'll get you affirmations, but before that, let's see what the message was on this beautiful door. It says passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Oh, wow. No wonder I kept getting transformation here, 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 here. A lot of butterflies, even with the sun. So definitely you're coming into a time of transformation, transforming with your inner wisdom, and now coming out to shine with this new energy. So that's your message from the Doorways Oracle. If you made it so far, remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Every click really helps the channel. I would really appreciate it. Let's get you 2 soul affirmations before you go. The first one is out. Let's get one more. Okay, so we have indecision, which says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life 100%. With these energies here, you're already doing that, so keep doing that. You are already almost a master of it for real, with the tree also showing up. And then the other one is imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. That is with the Ace of Swords right here. I'm going to put it right here. Let's switch them around. I like it like this. Look at that. So those are your messages. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comment section, and hashtag claim it, hashtag own it in the comments if you want to claim these energies. I wish you much love and light. I will see you next time around. Do remember to subscribe and share with friends so I can help grow this community as well. All right. I will see you next time around. Bye for now. Hi, group 4. This is for those of you, I almost said 3. This is for those of you who chose the 4th gate or doorway or door. So these are oracle cards. We will read the message towards the end. This is your reading. This is timeless. The universe will bring this to you whenever you're meant to see this. So what I'm doing is we're looking at what are the old chapters, or what is something that we've been working on that we're closing. What are the new beginnings? What are we coming into? And what is the Spirit's advice in order to take advantage of these new beginnings? But what I've been doing is using the astrology houses to anchor this to a particular aspect of our life. If these don't resonate, you can skip this and just take the messages from the card. It just helps me tie and give more structure to the messages. So let's see, we have the first house for this group. Wow, the first house is the self. It's the identity, the outward expression, the traits that we put on in the world. This is our self-image, right? How do we portray ourselves? Who are we? That's so pretty deep, but actually it's a very creative house. It's a creative expression. You know, what is our identity? How do we express ourselves? So feel free to anchor the messages to that. I will try to do that because that's what I'm called to do. So let's see, what have you been working on, and what do you need to close, or you're closing out in order to get into the next phase of this life. All right, so we have very interesting 2 major arcanas already. We have the 4 of Swords, we have the Lovers, and the Magician. And with this, what I see here is like, it has been a time of contemplation, rest and rejuvenation, maybe also healing. I think for some of you, there's been a lot of time for healing. And when I talk about healing, it's with the first house really like rediscovering ourselves. Sorry, there's glare on this. Rediscovering ourselves and really taking a break from all the battles. So if you look at this person, this knight, I think it's a knight, who's laying down, he still has his armor on. There's a sword right next to him, but then there are 3 other swords that are like up on the wall. They're hung away. He's not going to use them, but he still is on guard with 1 sword, and he has his armor on, right? So still a little guarded, still healing from things or situations of the past. But what I see is coming into this again, with the Lovers here, this is a decision. This is a choice card. So you may have spent a good amount of time deciding who is it that you want to be. This can also be an indication of major shadow work, self-love, the coming into union with self, accepting our light and shadow aspects. A lot of inner work is what I'm reading here into the Lovers card. Of course, it can also be about thinking through a relationship and how do we want to progress further. That's what you may have been contemplating with this energy. But to me, this is coming with the first house. It's coming very strongly more around your self-image, self-love, and how do you honor, accept, and love yourself. A lot of time may have gone into that. And from that, you stepping into the Magician energy, right? So a lot of work has been done, a thought has been, thoughts have been put into, contemplation has been done, healing has been done. That is closing, and now you're ready to manifest whatever you decide here. So this is also a decision or a choice card, and the Magician is like, now number 1 is card number 1, where they actually take the action. So the planning phase is over. Now it's time for action. That's what I'm getting over here. So let's use Lenormand for a quick clarifier on the past energies or the current energies that we are stepping out of. It's also very good energy, so a lot of work has been done. Yeah, you have the ship, number 3. The ship talks about journeys, moving forward, taking an inward or outwardly journey. So definitely leaving this time behind as clearly coming forward. Now, do comment below what area of life this relates to, but for me, because I'm called to anchor to the first house, it feels like you're moving away from an old identity or old self to a completely new you. There's been probably a lot of transformation that has gone into it. You made very strong decisions on who you want to be, and now you're like ready to manifest your life and take charge. There's definitely a journey, internal or external, that is happening here. For some of you, it could have been a decision of, if this is a physical journey, where you want to move to. Could be a job, career as well, but I'm really being drawn to the self side of things. So let's see, what are you stepping into? You have another major arcana, you have the Hermit, 6 of Swords. There's our journey again. So there's some travel, and then 10 of Cups. Oh my God, so beautiful. So what I see here is, again, there is this continuing, as long as you follow your intuition. This is what it's saying. It's funny how it's coming up right next to the Lovers of the choice card. So make the choice using your intuition, using your internal guidance system. So the star here really talks about our internal guidance system. Follow that light, follow that intuition, and you cannot go wrong. You're definitely going to touch calm waters and touch shore. I do see a family again in this deck also. Sometimes in a lot of decks, this is just a single person on a boat. So if this is about a relationship that may not have been very smooth, you are coming into smooth time. For most of you, for those who it's not relationship, this is really in your life in general. Things are really calming down and bringing you to a smooth sailing going forward, as long as you continue to follow intuition, continue to choose what your gut tells you, not what the universe, or not what the society or people around you tell you. You are your own master. You are your biggest compass. You have that within you. And when you do that, look at that, what you're coming into. 10 of Cups. Absolute fulfillment of life. This is family, this is friends, this is career, this is full abundance. This is, your heart is full. That's what you're coming into. There are kids playing here. There's a huge backyard, there's a house, there's a river, nature, just abundance and happiness overall. So really, where this felt like a very quiet, inwardly solitary time, you are journeying into very calm, smooth waters. Maybe for some of you, moving to a place, and this move could really bring a lot of happiness to you. That's what I'm seeing. But this, again, make sure this is something that resonates with you. You know, it's not just like a surface level thing. And look what flipped out. We have the tree. It's funny how the shapes look similar. The tree is about wisdom and knowledge, and this is like similar to over the years, like all the time that you put in, you really have a lot of wisdom within you. Wisdom with the Hermit. This is perfect. This is perfect. So continue to do that. Please, please, please. You're doing a really good job. Stay on that. So let's see what are spirit messages. How can we really tap into these openings? Wow. 6 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Absolutely. Okay. So this is really, this came up for another pile as well. For some of us, I think Spirit is really bringing messages today is like, we need to step up and shine and be okay to receive recognition and accolades and pride, okay? A lot of us have been in our bubble and, you know, like in the Four of Swords mode or been in the Hermit mode for too long now. Spirit is saying it is time to step up and lead, come out and shine, you know, take the front seat, take the leadership position. If this is a job that you're moving into, you have 2 6s right here next to each other. 6s are about alignment. They're about the heart energy. They're about unconditional love. So come out and shine and own it, receive it. This is meant for you. Whatever this progression is, you cannot hold yourself back. Stop doubting yourself. This is what this is. Stop doubting yourself. Stop feeling trapped. Stop feeling you can't take a step forward. Yes, you can. You have to break through this mental trap because you are worthy of so much recognition. This is your self-image going through complete transformation and really almost like a it's like you again, 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. These are you've earned the right of passage and you've earned the right of the recognition. So own it, take it, do not hold yourself back, and continue to be in this Page of Swords energy, which is about being open to change, being open to creative ideas, being open to abundance. Pages are like, you know, they have the it's like the energy of mentality, let's say mentality or attitude of always wanting to learn, always learning new ways, always evolving and always improving ourselves. Just stay in that energy because you have that fresh energy. Okay, let's clarify with Lenormand. Wow, your reading is very, very beautiful. I really like this. Well, I've said that to every pile, but each one is so unique. All right, and then you have this clarified by the journal. So this is the knowledge within. Okay, you know you have the power. You know you're really intellectually strong and creative. You know, this really talks about journaling. So for some of you, you want to take up journaling. If you get creative ideas in your sleep, that's a very good mechanism. Oh, and the Page of Swords is like flying towards the journal. So that could be a message for some of you. But this is, again, you hold the inner knowledge. You hold the secret to success. Own it. Don't trap yourself in it, okay? Or in your own inhibitions. So before we get to affirmations, let's read the message on the card. On the doorway card. So this is what you chose. Let's see what it says. It says heart healing. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. I'll hold it up for you if you can see. See, there's a few less glare over here, but this is beautiful. I really feel this is like healing from the full. I got that like healing with the healing but still being a little guarded with the Four of Swords. So that time is over. Come into the light, come into the brightness. That's what the message is saying. All right, so let's close off with a couple of soul affirmations for you. If you've seen the reading, if you made it so far, please hit that subscribe button. Smash it right now. I would really appreciate it. Like, comment, share, and you know, hashtag claim it in the comment section or own it, whatever you want to do. Tell the universe you want to own this energy. Okay, so the first affirmation for you is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks flow of love. So this is for some of you. I think with this could be for another person or also for you. When we talk about the energy I was picking up on accepting, honoring, and loving our light and shadow aspects, this is also forgiving our past selves, because, you know, for things or choices we may have made in the past, because we always operate from our level of consciousness. So there's nothing to, you know, feel bad about or you know, hold that negative energy. Forgive the past, forgive yourself, forgive others in the past. This is going to really open up your creative flow. And then you have, yeah, look what it's going to create into abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. This is right next to the 10 of Cups. Really beautiful energy. So I hope you like the reading. Hashtag claim it or hashtag own it in the comments below. Tell me what this is about. I love hearing from you guys. Make sure to subscribe and I will see you next time around. Wish you much love and light. Bye for now.